But I got to get back to the phones now. This is Vernon in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Welcome, sir.
It is quite an honor. Merry Christmas, Rush.
Same to you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Rush, I've been listening to you for some 25 years, and I'm wondering if some of my perceptions of you are accurate or not. Not politically, but maybe more personally. For instance, I think you're very, very generous, except for maybe with your time, that you don't suffer fools well. Is that accurate?
You need to be a little bit more specific when you say I'm not generous with my time. How would you know? Did you, in what context do you mean this? You mean people on the phones?
Well, I wouldn't know except for listening to you on the phone. And so just by listening to you, trying to gather who you are personally, maybe little stories that you've told of interactions with people. And so, you're very generous with your time and giving your talent to us on the radio. But, in your personal life, if there are fools around, you don't suffer them well.
I think, I know what you're asking. I'm just not sure what I have said that would, because you're saying personally, not here on the radio. So you're imagining me being somewhere in public and I encounter a fool. And you seem to think that I would do whatever I could to get away from that fool as quickly as I could. And I'm trying to figure out what I've said, whatever that's made you reach that conclusion. I'm not mad. Don't misunderstand. I'm just trying to understand here. There has to be a reason you think that. I'm curious. What do I do? How do I do it that makes you think when I encounter idiots that I turn around and walk away?
Because...
Could it be the dinner party that I walked out of, my own dinner party, when I had some people insulting Sarah Palin?
Maybe that might have been the story that you told. And
it took me 2 hours to leave. It took me 2 hours to have a fill of it.
Well, then maybe my perception is inaccurate. Maybe you do suffer fools well.
I tried to talk him out of it. It's when I realized I was talking to blocks of wood that I said, what's the point? I got to go to L.A. anyway, so I got an early start.
Another example is I do think you're kind of a big softie. Maybe not when it comes to politics, but, when you talk about your pets and things like that, you kind of seem to be like a big softie. Does that mean do you ever cry at a movie? I don't know.
I'll tell you this. I don't cry, but I choke up.
Yeah, well,
I choke up
know
at certain scenes in TV shows or movies, yeah. I get close to crying, but I don't cry. I stop it in time. But I don't cry. It's interesting, these perceptions you have. I think it all springs from the fact that there's an image of me out there that I walk into a place, and if there are any liberals, I walk over and be, you full of it, get the hell out of it, and leave. That I have no tolerance for liberals or whatever. And it's just the opposite. When I'm out in public, I usually say very little at first. I listen, I absorb, and all that. I'm probably much more patient with people you're describing as fools that don't suffer fools. I'm probably more patient with them because I see them as teachable opportunities, depending on the circumstance and so forth. But look, the bottom line is, and I don't want you to repeat this to too many people, but I'm basically a nice guy, an average, ordinary, unremarkable if you were with me anywhere, nice guy. Harmless, lovable little fuzzball, actually. But keep that between us, because destroy a...